I have cut a small piece off the rope. That should be enough. A lot of fragments of black stone are wedged into this rope. Their color seems unnatural, but they are too small for me to black and damp earth. This rope is only worn on one side. This rope is only worn on one side. This fragment of stone is very smooth, and it seems to be of a peculiar quality. I shall have to strip it with one of my products. This stone appears to be the same as those. I can't do that. I can see something. This stone is granite covered in black paint. The fragments found in the rope and this piece of granite come from the same place. I can't do that. There is something written on this scalpel. I should clean it. I can't do that. I can see something. I can make out WCCH. What do the initials stand for? How many hospitals are there in the Whitechapel area, Watson?
If we count public dispensaries, enough to keep us busy for an entire month. Did this scalpel come from a hospital?
Yes, as the initials W. We must think on how best to deal. Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine. Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine. Black and damp earth under the nail. Interesting. I can't do that. I can see something. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine. No, I can't do that. Tooth. No, I can't do that. I must compare the samples of earth that I found. Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine. I haven't finished my analysis. I haven't finished my analysis. Tooth marks. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. I haven't finished my analysis. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Fragments of skin, a phalanx. This finger wasn't cut off, it was ripped off.
Bite marks on this severed finger. I am afraid of the significance.
The thieves didn't get what they wanted. When they were faced with the bishop's refusal to cooperate, one of the gang shook his finger at him to indicate that he was responsible for his unfortunate state.
And the poor man, whose head was the only part of him not bound by ropes, bit the finger violently enough to sever it. An uncommonly savage act.
Watson, I am certain that when we have explained the reasons behind this sudden
I must compare the samples of earth that I found. And if I mixed this earth with another substance, now it must all be stirred. No, I can't do that.
The samples of earth taken from beneath the fingernail and from the ropes originate from the same place.
How do you know?
It took just a little water to analyze the consistency. The soil has retained its moisture, even though there hasn't been rain in London for over a week.
This soil could come from the bank of a river, or somewhere where the evaporation is slower. A mine, perhaps, or a trench. A trench?
A pit. Watson, bring me your register of the London hospitals. Indeed.
I'll get it. general practitioner. That won't be of any use to me. Read the paper, Holmes. And this is how my dear friend and colleague treats his... hospitals and dispensaries in London. I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the work.
Female anatomy. I have found my book, Holmes.
Good. Put it on the...
Holmes's Homemade Analyzer. I have found...
Good.
Here is the section showing Whitechapel. I made several notes. All we need to do is to find a hospital or a public dispensary near a location where pits have been dug and black granite has been used.
It's simplicity itself.
I haven't finished my analysis. I need something. I haven't finished my analysis. I need something. I haven't finished my analysis. I haven't finished. I must analyze the clues. I must analyze the clues. I must analyze the clues. I must analyze the clues.
Poison, and apparently very virulent. Poison. Discreet, efficient, and only detectable via a thorough post-mortem.
Have you been able to isolate the active components, Holmes?
Not with any certainty. This toxic substance surpasses my own knowledge in the field. It is without doubt the work of an expert chemist.
A chemist and a criminal.
As you say, please find my monograph on poisoners of the last 30 years.
The work table, where Holmes analyzes things.
According to these documents, Hans Schielmann, known as the Rat Killer.
Is he at liberty? Then he cannot be the one who concocted the poison.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard,
I haven't finished my analysis. Perfect. Well done, Watson. Our board is finished. It confirms that the bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves. I haven't finished my analysis. Now I can make the right decision. I haven't finished my analysis.
The public dispensary number 4661. It's just opposite the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
Yes, Watson. The murderer with the missing finger must work in the cemetery, or at least visit it. He could have taken a rope, one of the type they use to lower the coffins into the graves. The granite is minute particles of tombstone.
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalpel from the dispensary op.
You remember Wiggins and his gang, the Baker Street Irregulars?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my young friend, have you found the information for which the good Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand. Here are a few pennies.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives near Kensington. Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes, no one saw me.
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a...
Here we go again. But of course... I'm falling asleep, Holmes. Aren't you tired?
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely.
Wow, this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to.
I want to listen to.
My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it. Good morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think that we might follow 3 trails. We can visit Whitechapel to try to discover the identity of the murderers by making inquiries at Dispensary 4661 and at the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
The poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to...
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street irregulars.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
nothing interesting. Westgate Prison. Here we are at the famous Westgate Prison, one of the oldest and surest in the kingdom.
I've heard that it is soon going to be demolished. Don't you find it strange that it still houses criminals as dangerous as Hans Schielmann?
Good morning, gentlemen. Are you expected?
No, but we wish to meet with one of your prisoners, Hans Schielmann.
I'm afraid that at the moment that is impossible. Access to the cells is controlled strictly. You can't go there without permission from the director.
Then would you be so good as to announce us? I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr.
The famous Holmes and Watson. What an honour. My name is Brighton. Frank Brighton. I'm afraid I can't announce you. I'm not allowed to leave my post, under any circumstances. But I'm sure that the director won't refuse to see you, even without an appointment. Do you see the corridor behind the reception? Follow it to the secretary's office. You'll find him there.
Thank you, Warden Brighton. Oh,
None. And I'm sure because I've dealt with receiving visitors for several weeks now. I volunteered because it's a calm post to be in. We don't get many visitors and it gives me time to write. Just like you, Dr. Watson. I enjoy literature and the...
very good. Thank you.
That was very impolite, Holmes. That man admires our work. You could have given him...
Another time. Let's go and meet the director of the prison. Cleaning materials, otherwise known as a broom cupboard. Nothing of interest here. Staff cloakroom.
The locker room. This is where the prisoners' things are kept.
Let us go to the secretary's office. Good morning, miss.
Oh, excuse me, I dropped off. Good morning, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
I'll just go and see if he can receive you.
Tiredness, pale face, stiffness. I believe that the young lady is expecting a happy event.
It would seem so.
What should we do?
This small rack is for urgent letters.
This charming secretary is Miss... Hot tea.
The director's office, Mr. P. Patterson. No need to go in there. Strange. The director and the secretary have the same...
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Holmes. I am Paul Patterson, director of this establishment. You wish to...
No, do not worry. We are investigating an affair of the highest importance, one which could potentially affect the security of the kingdom.
Hans the Rat Killer.
That is what we would like to find out.
And you have been commissioned by Scotland Yard?
Evidently.
Very well. I have complete confidence.
Thank you, Director.
Keep me informed of your progress. And if there is anything else, don't hesitate to let me know.
We shall certainly do so.
Miss Patterson, you have the same name as the director.
Come, Watson. Anyone who might have made the slightest study of anthropology...
Mr. Holmes is right, I am his daughter, but he doesn't like to talk about it. I think he's afraid of being accused of favoritism.
I'm sure it was your qualities alone which...
If you must try out your powers of seduction, then what do you say about using them on the Rat Killer? Goodbye, miss.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Cleaning materials, otherwise known as a broom cupboard. Nothing.
Sorry, but this area is prohibited. Ah, you've got a pass for the high security area. It's the door at the end. Go ahead.
It is about the sun. This information board is almost... It is potassium nitrate.
Yes. So, Peter...
My name is Peter James, Chief Warden, and this is Deputy Warden O'Sullivan.
I imagine I will find...
Yes, the high security cells are down there.
Is this the only access?
Yes, there was a second door at the end of the main hall, but it's been blocked up as a security measure.
Thank you, Chief Warden.
At your service. If you require further information, Warden Mackenzie will help you. He's at his post in the basement.
Mr. Holmes!
What?
Have I thought about it?
There isn't any information on the notice board.
Yes, there should be, but Miss Patterson hasn't... I would go and get them, but I don't, and it would get his daughter in trouble.
Tell me about the prison.
We only have a few. As you might be aware, the days of this place are numbered. Therefore, we no longer receive new prisoners. Those who are already here are among the most dangerous in London. We have 3 at the moment. Hans the Rat Killer and the Flint Brothers.
The Flint Brothers?
Yes, 2 rather simple-minded maniacs who detest one another despite their relation. They massacre...
How does not having the information about guard duty stop you from ensuring the watch in the basement?
Because of the system of opening the doors, Mr. Holmes. As you can see, they are equipped with a mechanical timer which answers to a code. When the timer stops, that is to say at the end of each watch, the doors block automatically and the code is reset. It is therefore impossible to open the doors without the new code.
And who has the code?
Only the guard who takes the new watch. He's the only one who can open the envelope that it's kept in. He learns it by heart and destroys the message.
Very clever, but let's look at the limits of this procedure. One false note.
Mr. Holmes, I am a huge admirer of...
What enthusiasm! Have you...
Have I thought about it? It's...
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Let's go to the...
It is the guard's guest book, perhaps for These weapons are obviously...
I'm glad to have been of service, Mr. Holmes.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
The guards must spend long hours here. Let's go to the high...
I'm glad to have been of service.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
This device must be the alarm.